What's up, guys? We are back. Fitness Profit Multiplier, Anthony and Jimmy. Today, we're going to be discussing 3 ways gym owners lose money. We get on the phone with a lot of gym owners, and a lot of them take money, take a lighter, and light it on fire. Hundreds out the window. Now, there are certain things that you want to be doing in your business. We've done this on other episodes before. Investments you should be making. So if you're curious what the investments you should be making are, go find that episode and listen to that one. These 3 things are not an investment. Not an investment. So first one is going to be, we have 3 and I want to switch this order around right now. So I'm going to switch the order around. So the first one is hiring a marketing agency to do your marketing. You're not Alex Hormozi, guys. You don't need to have a video of you, a reel of you talking with the subtitles on. It is not necessary to grow your business. If you're him, yes, that works for him. That's a strategy he's using, right? He's using that strategy. He wants as many eyeballs as he can on him. You're a local gym with a local market. You don't need the world to watch what you're doing. If you want a 7-figure facility, you need to put that into ads. You need to go out and figure out, how do I write the best ad copy? How do I get a good image for ads that will stop people from scrolling? Not, oh, how do I just beef up my Instagram and make it look like that? So if you're going out there and hiring a marketing agency to do your content for you, and you're spending all this money to have them take over the marketing seat, you're just taking money and lighting it on fire.
Yeah. You have to look at the return on the investment. You have to look at how much money you're going to make from what you spent. And a lot of these marketing agencies that come in here and do the video at your facility and take over your organic, I'm assuming take over your organic marketing is what their play is. And we've seen it time and time again with other businesses and these businesses in our area that do this. The return on investment is just not there. It just isn't there. Right? That's the big problem. So, yeah.
First of all, organic marketing, I'm going to top my horn here. I think I do a really good job at organic marketing for my business, but it's taken me years to figure it out. Organic marketing is not easy. I probably get just as many leads that I do from my paid acquisition strategy that I do for my organic, right? That's by design. But there's so many things that I have to do. It is a lot of work. And there is no way a marketing agency is going to come in, you're going to send them footage of you at the gym or pictures, and they're going to develop enough content to actually make a difference. I put out a ton of content. I do around 12 reels a week, right? 12 reels a week. That's a lot of content. Just the reels, just the short little shits. That doesn't include everything else that goes out on my social media feed. And again, there's a strategy behind it, right? I've come to this conclusion. There's a strategy. It's a lot of work. Hiring somebody else to do that is not worth the investment, guys. It's not. And you're not going to get the returns you want. Whereas if you took that same money, and we did this on previous podcasts, but if you spent $7,500 on Facebook, just doing it yourself is exactly what I did. The return that I got from that $7,500 was $210,000 on Facebook. Whereas now I take that $7,500, I throw it at a marketing agency to create content for me, and they put up a post on my social media about how we have an in-body scale and the in-body scale is the best thing ever. That's not going to get me any clients. It's not going to do anything for my business. So you're just lighting money on fire. Jim, you have anything else you want to say about that?
Just one quick point. I mean, I have a 7-figure facility and I don't do any organic. So is a marketing agency that builds out your organic content and does all this stuff, is that going to take you to 7 figures? No, it's just not. I mean, I do no organic. I have my staff post a video a day, of the gym operating, and we post testimonials once a week on our social media. We don't get leads from our social media organically. So it's not something that's going to transform your business. And like Anthony said, you are probably the better person to be managing that as the owner of the business, and then giving it to one of your staff members to assist with you, or hiring a VA to help you with it. That's probably the better plan, because that's going to save you 90% of the budget you're going to spend on a marketing agency to do it for you.
And then you could take that money that you were going to spend in this marketing agency to develop your content and put it into Facebook ads and or Google ads and just blow your business up on the other side. So that's number one. Stop lighting money on fire, guys. Don't hire a marketing agency to do content for you. Jesus, don't do that. All right. Number two, inflated staff.
Yeah.
It's always trying to hire people. And like, I get it. You know, the way our businesses work is not a revolving wheel, so to say. If you're a good, owner, you should usually keep people. But, you're always looking for new talent, always looking to, replace somebody else. Somebody else is moving on to a different opportunity. So you kind of always need to have somebody like in the wings waiting. But overpaying staff, overinflating your gym with employees is a huge way to light money on fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you want to have enough staff to cover the sessions that you're running, in addition to having somebody on the bench, right? But if you have too much on the bench people, or you have too many staff that are doing nothing, or staff that you're hiring that's not taking things off of your plate, and you're still doing tasks at your facility when you've hired this fat staff that you have, why are you still doing stuff? Delegate, give it to them. They're your employees. They need to be executing these tasks. They need to be doing these things. They're the ones that are getting paid. So you need to make sure that you delegate properly and spend that time to delegate. And this comes back to something we talked about in another podcast. You're not the best person at everything in your business. You need to give up stuff. So you hire somebody, you're paying them, give them more things to do. Have them change the lights at the gym. Have them do some extra cleaning. Have them organize the back storeroom. Have them run to the store to grab some consumables for your gym if you need some. There's little things they can do around the gym at all times when they're low on hours. Have them do it. Don't do it. Don't do the thing. You have staff. Use them.
Yeah, and I think another thing too with this one, just piggybacking this one, is having like a front desk person who you're overpaying. If you want to have a front desk person during certain times, okay, but they should be having other roles. They should be like an operator in your business where they're kind of like, maybe they're going through the billing stuff, and it has to make sense. But if you just have someone sitting there greeting people, that is a waste of money lighting it on fire. That person needs to either be another trainer where they can kind of backfill sessions. That's a great way to do it. And they can pick up the phone and dial. So exactly. So Jimmy, what's number 3 here? Let's get to the third way.
What's number 3? I don't remember number 3. We talked about it. Sorry.
So number 3 is staying in a coaching or mastermind group if you're not getting value.
Oh, right.
I see this one all the time.
Yeah. So staying in a coaching group where you're not receiving value, or running multiple masterminds at the same time. These kinds of things are just lighting money on fire. If you're in a group and you don't see value or revenue growth from the group that you're in, so there's things that you need to see in your business happening from the things that you're implementing from this group that you're in. So the things that you need to see are consistent revenue growth from the tactics that you're deploying. You need to see your freedom increase and your profit margin increase, right? And sometimes all 3 of these things don't happen at the same time, because you're going to get more freedom before you're going to get more profit. And we have to understand these things as you go through the process. So it's not this cut and dry one point to the next. But if you're not growing your facility year over year and generating more revenue while also achieving more freedom, and then eventually achieving more profit, because you have to sacrifice some profit to get these things to happen, right? Then your mastermind is not serving you anymore. And just because you're having an emotional attachment to the other people in the group or the person that runs it or whatever it may be, is not a good enough reason to continue to stay in, because it's costing your business money to stay in that. So if you're not seeing a meaningful change in your business over time, you have to leave and find another group or something else, or try it on your own, or actually execute. The solution is not stay in this mastermind, hire this other person to do this other thing, hire this other person to do this other thing, and then before you know it, you're spending $4,000 a month on outside influence or advice for your business that make no guarantees as to your business growing from the things that you're doing with these individuals. $4,000 a month, $4,000 a month. Hire another trainer and get some freedom instead, right?
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. And 4,000 is on the generous side. It really is on the generous side, especially if you get looped into all these other things. You know, I have a marketing agency. We're going to do your website. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Like, all that stuff adds up quick. You got to be willing to do this stuff on your own. Like, learning from a master. Like, look, we have a mastermind group too. The goal is to not be in the mastermind group forever. The goal is to learn and then be able to execute all these things on your own. So that's the goal, right? You shouldn't be in a mastermind group just because you're in a mastermind group. Shouldn't be that way. You should always be getting value for those three things that Jimmy said: increase profit, increase freedom, increase revenue. So I think those were the three. I don't remember the third one, but I think those were the three.
Yeah.
But that's what you should be getting out of all this stuff. And guys, if you want help with any of that, just click the links below. Stop lighting money on fire, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.